Let's go ahead and get a Rise cooking. Which means our Zero Escape music is over. Let's pick up KOF but drop Athena or whatever her face is. Who do you want me to play instead of Athena? I actually thought about playing Chizuru instead of Athena. Skype is trying to get you to play Melty. Melty's really fun, and it's pretty easy to execute. Joe. Joe's really good. That's actually a fair suggestion, Frozen. But here's the thing, I like Athena's obnoxious, like, magical girl aesthetic, and she's very easy to play and strong, so I feel like I need to have one of those on my team. So I'm playing KOF on the PS4 right now. Well, technically, it's the PS4 version on my PS5, but I'm gonna be getting the PC version because there are more players on PC. Yeah, Joe is very strong and quite attractive, so that always helps. Who's the Quinn character in Melty? I actually don't know. Vlav, I guess? You're an attractive Joe IRL. Well then.
Oh my.
Joe in King of Fighters is basically wearing like a small pair of boxing shorts and that's it. Yeah. King of Fighters is a nice game. There is just a lot of good-looking men in that game. And I play 2 good-looking men, and then I have my silly magical girl for the other slot. So, I'm happy with that, I think. I actually like my team in KOF a lot. It also does the weird LPT hipster thing that I guess I do in video games, where I try to represent underused characters. You know what I think that is, though? I just play who I like in everything. But other people are more willing to drop their favorites in favor of strong characters than I am. I'm stubborn, which you all know this. He's the person who actually introduced you to my stream. Wait, do I know Joe? Shoot, I'm trying to think. The only Joe I know is Fanlifter, and I don't think he doesn't even go by that anymore. Do I know another Joe? Oh, I know Joseph, but he's from New York. I feel like that's probably not. In some competitive games, I'm a meta slave. I mean, here's the thing. I don't knock people for being a meta slave. They just either A, want to have an easier time, or B, they want to win. Maybe both. He doesn't interact very much. He's shy. Oh, okay. Well, if you're watching, Joe, thanks for bringing Pause to us, because Pause is a gem. You know another Joe, but you're not gonna dox Jam. That was so stupid that it was funny. Alright, get ready for some character interaction. Hey Ifrit, what do you think of this outfit that I put your fave in? He looks pretty good, doesn't he? He's so mysterious with those devil wings and that eye patch. Like, you're not just a regular farmer, are you?
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands. So many clues. Yet the complete...
Anyway, I'll let you guys know if we...
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well,
if we end up doing some fighting games tonight. Depends, how long we do
You
Chrono
remember
Cross.
the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't
Jam
you?
is also a Joe? No.
Yeah, I remember.
Nope.
It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all
Jam
thought.
actually goes by Jam, but
And from that, we're able to hypothesize
his actual
how
name
vast
I'll never
concentrations
tell.
of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
Yeah.
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that the living powers have been able to contain it thus far.
Hey, Dots.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me?
That's what got me into farming.
When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
Well,
I
that's
imagine
fair.
the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegus. As for what the final picture will look like,
What is everybody
say?
else playing this afternoon, by the
I
way?
think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
Alright, Kisara. Don't numb our brain too much, please.
How you
Oh,
holding up?
Tom and his addiction.
Yes, you.
Debating
You
whether or
took a
not to
hit
play
from those thorns again.
Oh,
didn't you?
oh, Kingdom Hearts
Oh, that?
3. I almost
That
said
was
13.
nothing.
Jesus.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean?
Chasm stuff.
Still, even if you.
Oh wow,
yourself
I
might
called
be
the
willing
chasm
to
the abyss
endure that
earlier.
kind
I
of
meant to say the
pain,
chasm.
That doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get.
Yeah,
hurt
I'm
by
like-
thorns, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky
I'm
she
like
is to have you around.
1/3 of the chasm has been
Dashing
explored
in
for
to
me, I
save her
think.
At the last minute.
Like barely
Yeah,
anything.
Very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed
I
this.
wasn't far. I was so
That's what
behind that I
mean
couldn't
when I
start
said
the
you
Yellen
saved her.
story, so I was like,
just like you did with the rest of us.
I know there's a part where you
I
meet
just
up
want
with
for Shion
Dine's
what
Leaf.
we all have.
I haven't even
The
seen him.
ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal
Oh, so
for
did you
us,
end up with
but
Xiao?
That doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants.
You saved Chocobos from the Eater in
I
10?
have my
Oh,
own dreams.
nice, Thomas.
But a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more
I like
and
the
more
feeling
keeps
that we're
getting
making a lot
taken
of
from her.
progress in
I'm
JRPGs
done
again.
with
That
it.
makes me really happy. Now that we've successfully escaped the Final Fantasy X-2 time continuum loop.
Can't sleep?
After everything
Get
I
out.
heard, how could I?
Oh, I'm
Fair
out.
enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I
Yeah,
thought she
that's
was
usually
keeping
how
her
it is in
distance
Genshin.
because of her thorns.
Because they give you a
But
bunch
it
of
was because
purples,
she
and
didn't
you're
wanna
like,
hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that was the type
yeah,
of
we have
person
a
she
lot of
was,
work to
you know?
get
But
to, right,
It
Rosen?
turned out to be none of that. All this time she felt
I know,
like
I
she
can't
had to die
believe
and
10-2 was an
sacrifice
entire
herself for the
trilogy. That's
greater good.
crazy.
But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
Well, Rinwell, you
I'm
used to
sure
hate
it
her.
made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Oh, I'm so
Yeah, I do.
happy.
Oh my
She didn't
god,
think of us as
Rosen!
friends. I
You
don't think she could've
cannot
ever
be
opened
this
up to us like
violent
that.
towards my favorite
You were a good friend to
JRPG.
her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her.
If
Oh my
10-3
gosh,
I'm so sorry.
If
all
10-3
alone in our
happens,
own
it's gonna
way.
be such a fucking
But
mess.
over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Rinwell. You know, we're almost 50 hours in this game. 50. This is actually a bit longer than I was expecting.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a
They
while,
will announce
something
10-3 during
seemed a little
Pride
off,
Month.
but I
Oh,
never
speaking
could
of,
imagine.
wait a minute, guys. Am I crazy
It's
enough
like
to
a
Discord
completely
share
different
that
world was
Pokemon
spinning
stream
around
tomorrow
me,
at
and I
6
couldn't
a.m.?
even see it.
You and me both.
Like, I'm gonna wake up for it, but
I mean,
I will
knew
be
something
so
was bothering her,
sleepy.
but
Maybe I'll do it from my
I could
iPad.
never quite figure out what it was.
Yeah, 6 a.m. PST
But you're the one always looking
is
out
the
for
next.
her,
It's the
aren't you?
Pokemon Scarlet and
That's what I
Violet.
thought.
Scarlet? Is that the other one?
But in reality,
Right, it
I
is,
didn't
right?
understand it all. What
The
I
new
thought
Pokemon
was
game
helping
announcement
and
for
being
Gen
there
9.
her was actually just driving her into a corner.
You'll be okay. Yeah,
At least you
perfect.
figured it out in
If you're
time,
able
right?
to do it, Tom,
I don't think
Let's
we're
do
out
it.
of the woods yet. But yeah,
I'll share it in
you're
Discord.
right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's
It's amazing.
nothing
Had that
we
little
can't do.
bingo board of like
Shion,
what
the
they're gonna
world,
reveal.
We can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
But yeah,
I guess he
that'll be
couldn't say
really
anything
fun.
Even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those.
I
of
just
us
pray
who
that we get a
live
more
have enough
complete product than
problems to deal
Pokemon
with,
Sword and Shield.
don't
That's
we?
all I
We'll need
ask.
all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end
And
up worrying again at
please
some point.
don't
I guess
ruin
I'll
the
think it
fire
over more
starter,
then.
please.
That okay?
Don't make it look silly.
Yeah,
Just make it
I
look
think it is.
or cute. But I mean, the third forms are almost never cute. I know. Just something that feels remotely finished.
Hey, you doing all right?
Yes, I am.
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
We can only open this
You're
can
not
of
the
worms
only one.
before Tux gets here, because if he gets here, this will spiral into another debate about X and Y being good or bad. But X and Y is probably the last time I
Do
thought a
you remember
Pokemon
the
game was,
first
like,
time
great.
You said I was your friend?
Yeah, Arceus was cool, for sure. I'm hoping that some of the system changes they made to
Sorry, I
Arceus
can't remember.
go through into Gen 9.
That's okay. It came so naturally.
It's
to
pretty
you,
much
I'm
all
surprised
about
you
stat
forgot.
breeding for me.
I was different back then. The Danons were not even people to me. And I
Like,
knew I
it
would
pretty much
always
they
be
get rid of
alone.
it. Like, if they get rid of it and make it
But in
easy
that
to
room
just
with
max out
Dead
your
End,
Pokemon
when
stats
you
the way
called
you
me your
want to,
friend,
then I will
it just
love the game.
Shattered
That's
the
basically the
wall that
Pengy
I built up
condition.
around me.
The other condition would be
Because until that moment, I'd only
put
seen you as a
normal
means to an
exploration
end.
things like
I thought of you as a way
caves
to
and
use the blazing
forests
sword
and
and
like
to
different
obtain the realm's
environments
Alma.
in the game.
But after that day, one time became two. And before I knew it, you'd made a
Look,
habit
I'm not
of
saying
calling
let me
me
max
and
out
Gohan
Starmie for
your
free.
friends.
I'm saying let me build Starmie the
didn't
way
matter
I
that we were
want to
Renans.
without having to hatch
You cared about us as
30,
you would
40,
any
50
other people.
eggs or more. That is a waste of everybody's time.
Everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend.
And that's the biggest
then,
deterrent for playing with the
I never
community
even
is
dreamed I
not
would
everybody's
have
gonna
that.
do that, so nobody will do it as a result. Even the competitive Pokemon players don't
I
do
didn't
that.
wanna
They
die and
literally
lose you all.
take
But I also
genned
didn't wanna
Pokemon
live
from
if
a
it meant you would all
generator
die in my
instead of
place.
make them themselves because it's too much darn effort.
Shion.
But then I realized. I'd only really been
Yeah, the
thinking
gym
of
leader
myself
challenge
that
will be
entire
renewed
time.
if we get a positive update
After
about
saying how I felt
EVs and
hearing what
IVs.
you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry,
Ugh.
it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore.
Sure about that?
I've
Because you
met
were
too
about to
many
kill us.
people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
Oh, my type was water, obviously.
It's going to be a long, hard
That's how
road
we had that
ahead.
legendary meme about Armin's
Our fight
electric
won't be
team
over
losing to
until
my water
everyone,
team because
both
I brought
Danas and
Gastrodon.
Lenas, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
It also allowed me to use,
Thank you.
Dracovish was a new Pokemon, water type.
Remember
And I
what we
used
learned
him
back
against,
in Cordelia?
Catalyst Request
There's
Steven,
no wall
and
so
he
high
quit the
that we
game.
can't break it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Quinn's the
think you may
bug
be
type
right about
gym
that.
leader. I remember Quinn battled me when nobody knew who Quinn was. Like, he was very new to the community, and Quinn, like, hard-bodied me.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegus.
Okay. Keeping up with this. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, it is. Remember, though, we had that doubles training arc, Tom, where we built the Colossal team with the Surfing Tauros, and it was actually winning a lot? It was like, Tauros would surf, Colossal, a Follow Me, Clefable, Hydreigon, who was literally, I don't even know why he was there, he's just a threat. I don't even remember who the other two were. Oh, I think a Persian might have been on there. It was such a hype team. Yeah, I think if we do the gym leader challenge, we'll probably do doubles. I'm here for it, I think. Oh, let's make sure that we're good on supplies before I board an airship.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Alright, we're gonna, since we have a lot of excess gold at this point in the game, I'm gonna start using the special feeds. And see if that might affect, I think Ifrit said Law gets titles based on, the ranch, so maybe this will influence that somehow. I feel like memes are always viable in Pokemon, unless if you're playing, like, VGC, where, like, some of the Ubers are allowed. $2,800 HP. I'm capped on orange gels. Doubles is fun as heck, yeah. I think we should definitely
Did we
play
really
in
just
Gen
spend
9.
that much money?
Next part of the game is bad from a gameplay perspective? Uh-oh. Alright, well, let's see what happens. As they say...
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together.
I feel like Law's hair has gotten pinker over
Don't say that.
time.
You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the sky.
Costume changes. I don't think I changed his hair, though.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Well, you know what
Not
sometimes
sure I'm
happens to airships,
completely
Rosen?
convinced,
Sometimes
but,
they explode,
well, it's as good
and
a
then the
name
game
as any.
ends.
From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
What? How, though? How?
All right.
Like, what is the plan
let's go.
for finding the truth about the thorns, and why do they think they're gonna on Brenna? That's why the finale is in 30 minutes. Hey, you usually get airships and JRPGs in general in the last, like, quarter of the game, I would say. Unless if it's 10-2, and then you have it literally the entire game, which is a choice.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
Big Star Ocean energy.
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Is something wrong?
No. I was
It
merely
seems the
thinking
automatic
about it
pilot
for
isn't
7
working
years,
after
that's
all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions.
All systems online.
Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But
They're
I
making
can't
the
keep
airship
running
noises for
forever.
the game.
The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Who says that?
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life. For as long as I can remember. They called it treatment. But in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me.
Sounds like a great life.
If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the
I'm
short
kind of
straw
surprised
in
that these
destiny
animal
stakes?
ears ended up staying
How
on
is that even
Alphen
right?
and Shion for the entire game.
It's that logic that's used to justify slavery. As if
I
some of
thought
us
they
were
would just be like a
meant to
temporary thing, but
sacrificed.
now they just seem like
This
part of
struggle was
them.
never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives
Yeah.
to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this together.
Oh good, at least they're together.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
And what's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology.
Isn't it like super old? I'd be on edge too, to be honest.
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hey, a man
Hard
has
to
gun.
argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
Alright, let's go find Kisara. Oh, and maybe some items. Are there items? No.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, I was thinking they were
Oh, you
transporters.
don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? Would that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not,
We're doing great, man.
I sure am glad that it's this
Just
century
fired
that
up the
we
stream,
finally
what?
woke up
50 minutes ago, and
What do
we're
you mean?
gonna play some
With the
Tales for a
amount of
couple
fighting
hours and
we've
then
done,
switch over to Chrono
We
Cross.
would have never made it this far without you.
Oh, wait, now I hear it's hot
And
over on
not
the East
only
Coast.
that,
It's a
but
nice 68 over here
Alphen,
today.
Can you recall back to what it is
Really
that I said
sunny,
to you
good breeze, just
back
nice
when we
California
left
weather.
Menancia? About the dream of
No
coexistence
humidity.
and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Great.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Already?
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegus.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegus was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
She's an
Fair
untouchable.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Oh, shut up, Law.
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Law's blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based
Kiddo.
on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegus?
I would wager so. Lenegus is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about
Only
your
that
thorns
there
out
there
Shion,
were seats in this ship.
there's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegus's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Great. So no one notices.
Anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
That's a good one.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman.
Why do I feel like there's gonna be a ton of red women?
Hiding something of that worth in the
Did that get
residential
spoiled in
quarters
the
would only
intro
court
video?
trouble. In which case,
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall.
Oh my
lies a
god,
city
and now
full
there's
of Renis.
skits. No,
Thinking
please.
about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renins actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we
Of
can't
course
afford to
there's
let our guard
Zeugles
down
here.
after all.
What else are we gonna grind for experience? Oh man, the high-tech city vibe is giving me such Star Ocean 3 vibes. Oh dear.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things.
Yeah,
to
why does it look like
different.
there's been fights?
This is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegus changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Hey, Phil. Happy Tuesday.
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But
Welcome to
why
Tales
are
of
you
Memes.
here?
I will cheers
Shouldn't
you
be down
some
on Dana participating in the
passion
crown
tea
contest?
lemonade I got from
And these
Starbucks.
people
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana then?
heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, don't leave. Don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More
Very
importantly,
refreshing.
What's happened here?
I get it without
I'm
the
really
sweetener
not sure.
too, so it's just like very
The
tart.
city's foundations began to shift without warning.
Blood
and now
orange
everything
beer?
looks
That
like
sounds
this.
delicious.
We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening. But so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
I'll probably get a little wine for tomorrow
Just
night.
the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the
JRPGs
changed
and wine
topography, I
for
can
Wine
barely
Wednesday
locate my
sounds
own
good.
home, let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
Oh.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it would only result in pain for you both.
I really outdid
no
myself
doubt
with
of
her
it.
wardrobe, I have to say.
You really are the same as ever. Fine.
She's
I
kind of a
understand.
nincompoop,
Just don't say I
but
didn't warn you.
her like California girl at the beach aesthetique just looks good. Also, Lucas! Thank you so much for the gift sub. We gifted to Pink Shades. Enjoy that sub, and hello Lucas, great to see ya.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir
Yeah, I
says is
dressed her
true,
like this.
It would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down
The
on
only
Dana.
part about her
They
are
seem
like
to be just
her
as
design
clueless
that
about
she
what's
came
going
with
on
is the
up here in their
armor.
own world. Despite the fact that it's actually
And the
here
booty.
that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens.
You get to dress
see what
everyone.
we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
It's kind of a Tales
And
classic.
don't forget about finding the way to the
Throughout the
Forbidden Zone
game,
either.
you can find
Let's
little
leave the talking to
accessory
Shield.
items, and they actually
We can't have
affect
a
the
bunch of
character's
Danas
aesthetic
poking
during
their
the
noses
scenes.
around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
Yeah, welcome,
I shall
Lucas.
assist.
You
How's
sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis
is it
has its
Wednesday for you
advantages.
now? Probably the wee
Right.
hours.
Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads...
What could be so important? It's
We
what's
got a double feature
destroying
for today. We're
people's
gonna be playing this
livelihoods
and
homes
Chrono
in the
Cross.
process. It's just
And if I have any late night energy, we might do some fighting
uprooting
games. We
an
will
entire city
see.
as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be
You want me to do
sufficient.
KOF?
Not
Maybe.
while we still don't know what their end game is.
I might have to get the
He's
PC version
we
though,
need to stop this from happening ever
because I doubt I'll
again.
find matches on
This
PlayStation.
Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
No, we have to have skits
You heard
law. First the
We don't have time to
skits.
stop and chat. Let's move.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was
Do you
even
think you
made
can
with
point
people
out
living
what
here in mind?
aspects I
What do
put
you
on the
mean?
characters versus what they're
Well,
supposed to
none of this
wear,
happened by
Phil?
coincidence, right? They must have designed
It
to
will be just
transform like
wonderful.
this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. And It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry. That probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure.
I feel like Rinwell and Xion became friends overnight.
Yeah, you're right, Xion. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, if you were wondering, Phil, there's all these attachments that you can put on characters, which is just delightful. I don't think anybody's wearing the cat tail. We've got wolf ears and a rabbit tail that have been on our character for basically the whole game. This one, I actually took off her, her regular outfit, and oh, this is kind of nice. And I gave her this dress. I think this guy's goofy, so I put him in a farmer costume. I haven't even noticed that, Tots. I'm definitely most proud of Kisara. I think her look in general just looks complete. His hat. Oh, I actually can't really see the clip. Oh, yes, I can. It's on the hat. How do these ears go through the hat? Okay. So... what do we got here? In all my years, never have I seen such potent healing arts. Thank you so much for taking the time to help an old woman like me. Fancy parfait recipe.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you.
Oh, hello.
I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
Way to look sketchy, Xion. Tom? Put that gun away. Strawberries in a treasure chest?
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city.
Fine.
Locals have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Do you have a favorite character in
Would
13
that I
Sentinels,
have.
Tom?
Alas,
Since you
there
played
was
so
no
much of it.
warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Me too. I don't know if he's
Your
my
eyes do not deceive
favorite
you.
yet,
It
but
is
I like him.
one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegus mutates beyond recognition. Now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Oh, the
Your
Little
good
side
wishes
thing.
do me an honor.
from Miura. Fujiyama, Yuki, and Nick. Oh yeah, Yuki's a queen. Ah. Well. We could just use one. And we instantly replenish the stock.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best.
I was thinking, I'm like,
A
oh.
lower caste can only linger around.
I'm
this
still
parts for
struggling
so
with the
long
name.
Before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Yes.
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how?
Fiddle.
Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me?
So why is the
A
city
lord
so
traveling
destroyed?
himself
Because
for
when
someone
they
of my lowly
released the
status?
wedge, it just destroyed the
Our lot
civilian
in life
sector?
is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
As long as we remember Fluffy, yeah, Fluffy's great.
Oh, why, yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the
Oh
city
yeah,
after
she's
all.
blinded by love.
They haven't heard the news
Such a
about the
fool.
crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent. Which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. That Lenegus is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah. That one guy even said Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the
Oh
middle
yeah,
doing his
she's
dirty
blonde
work?
Toko.
Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana?
I call her
That's a pretty
Usami-chan.
big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be.
Is it because you think I'm ugly?
To make our valid. Though I confess I've never given it much thought
Ux.
before. Here, the Sovereign's
hello.
total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know
I had a
nothing
feeling
of the
you'd say
nature
that.
of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed
Happy
paths
Tuesday.
with
Welcome back to
or even
work.
heard of
Yes.
someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis
Oh
has ever
god,
laid
why
eyes
only
on the
3
actual
hours?
Ren
And we have to wake up
homeland
early
itself.
tomorrow for the
No one
Pokemon
but the Sovereign,
announcement.
that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. That's the case. Can he really rule directly over Lenegis?
Someone
from
asked
so
you for
far
something and you
away?
laughed at
What
them?
if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this sovereign even
Yeah,
is.
well, I'm
Alfred
being
said he was
told I
forced into
I
the
should
role,
Discord
right?
stream it
Just
at
before
6
the
a.m. my
ceremony.
time.
But Sovereign is also
So we'll have a
title
Sleepy
given to the
Boy
almighty Renan
Discord
ruler.
share
So which
around
one is it?
6.
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or
And we can
her
see if
predecessor
Chamazing's bingo card is
before
all
becoming
correct.
ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how
That's not
Volron
important,
factors
Tux.
into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced
Yeah,
to.
anyway.
Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
So we keep getting these people with clipboards trying to make us sign petitions that come to the door and knock a bunch of times. So I heard the knock and I'm like, huh? I don't even open the door for them though.
I didn't realize
Another
Renans
skit.
dressed their own kind too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind.
Oh, hey, Kittle.
Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danon city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society.
Well, it seems my
without
host has
wealth.
joined me.
But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
She doesn't like,
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
When she heard the
For all we
door
know,
knock, she
might
ran
be
into
able
the
to
room
blend
and
in,
went under the
move
bed.
around unnoticed. I say we
You know
hold
what's
off
really weird
judgment
though?
until
Like
we
earlier
exhaust
today, I
everyone.
went out to Starbucks to get a tea. And,
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got
when
a
I
name?
come in, like, I open the door and she
what
doesn't
skill
move. She
would
stays
this
out here in the
be,
living
pray
room.
tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around
Witnesses
town,
of Jehovah.
The way they
Oh,
suddenly
God.
become putty in your hands.
Definitely don't order the
I'm afraid I don't quite
open
follow.
the door for them.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a
What
deep,
happened to
booming
coffee?
voice
Oh, I
and
wasn't in the mood
presto,
for coffee today.
You'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop
So
to
I
such
went with
scandalous
a
tricks.
tea.
Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it. How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned
what?
too. Bonus points if you speak
Hey,
in a
it's
way
here.
no one
Can't say
can
what anymore.
understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me,
You don't know how to
it'd be
feel
quicker
about that?
Just come out and say it.
What? They look
Yeah,
up to
I
you,
just,
that's all.
I mean, I
I'm just helping them
didn't
along.
want coffee today.
Hey! What's got into Alphen and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Who? Ah, yes.
Nobody left to run the show. I wonder what the people here are supposed to do.
Well, Javi's being a little weird. They reached out to me. Oh wow, thanks for the double post, Nightbot. Asking me basically to do more advertising, and in exchange, they offered me a bunch of things that they're already giving me. So I emailed them back and was like, oh, thanks for reaching out, but I'm a bit confused. I thought I already had, I have this, and that. And they haven't replied to my email. So I'm like, what the hell? Okay, perfect. I mean, I did what they asked in the first,
sent to Dana.
email, right? Make the video, they'll send me free product, I'll advertise it, and then have a download link that people can access. It advertises for them, and I get a little bit of revenue back. But I replied to them and said, you know, what's up with that? And they haven't gotten back to me, so I'm like,
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were
Very
still
that.
around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegus now.
I mean, if they want to send more product, I'll take the free product and I'll continue to drink it on stream
Balsam,
and tell people about it.
Cannabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegus. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Oh good, they don't know that we killed them all. You want to know which lord I support? Why? Are you canvassing for someone? I'm with His Excellently, Airwolsey Teldilis. Probably know him better as Lord Balsif. I know a lot of people consider him to be a giant brute, believe me. I realize he can be an aggressive man. What those others don't realize is how much he looks after the members of his house. Am I reading right now? It's fair to say that House Teldilis doesn't enjoy much esteem. Those of us who serve it will be the first to admit that. But His Excellency always stands up against any who would mean us harm. Of that, we can be sure. His efforts in the crown contest aren't only for his family, but to improve the standing of each and every member of his house. I owe so much to His Excellency. I could never dream of serving any other lord. Wow, he sure was a swell guy.
Balsif had it in him to
Who
care
enjoyed,
about someone
like,
other than himself? Really?
working people to death.
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
He's here. What are you up to
He
today?
might have had something he wanted to protect.
Lord Dohalim, you have returned. Ah, and I see you brought aides with you. Do you remember who I am, my lord? Surely you must, yes? Not only do I support House Ilkaris, but more specifically his lordship personally. So much so, I've been trying to share my appreciation of his lordship to any who will listen. In fact, I was planning to publish my extensive writings on the subject this very terminal for all to read and enjoy. But since the lines appear to be cut due to the recent tumults, I've been unable to upload them. I know. Since you're all here, I'll just read them aloud. There exists a most handsome man, a man who radiates beauty, whose every word, every syllable is divine poetry. He hails from the famed house Ilkaris, and his name Lord Dohalim. Music is his passion, the arts his great love. The scores of boorish, uncouth men of this land cannot begin to compare to his magnificence. So refined and majestic is his posture, why the mere thought of it just brings me to ecstasy. Once he becomes our sovereign, Rena shall bloom anew, ushering in an era of prosperity for our grand civilization. E-tier? Till that glorious day comes, I shall forever be praying for his victory morning, noon, and night. Well, what'd you think, my lord? I poured my whole heart into it, hoping to capture your essence. Wait, I forgot to mention anything about his lordship's love for collecting things. I must take this time while the lines are down to append it. Only then will my masterpiece be complete. Yeah, E-tier, maybe we should just rub against a wall.
Spread it throughout all of Lenegus then.
Good thing the lines were down.
I agree with
It
this.
almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
Yeah, why don't you just rub against a wall? That'll fix everything. Well, I never. To think anyone would try to tear me away from House Valkyrus. What do you want? Don't tell me you work for Lord Dohalim or that dreadful Lord Almadria, do you? You don't? Well, don't scare me like that. To answer your question, I came from a family that has served House Valkyrus for generations. Indeed, I'm doing all I can to support Lord Ganabelt. That was the second one we beat, right? Behind the scenes so that he might emerge victorious. Many think him to be a cruel man, but I insist they're utterly mistaken. Though I won't deny he can be strict, he puts Rena's interests front and center like no one else. Why, he advocates that rather than staying confined to Lenegis, we should get on with colonizing Dana and expand our horizons. That way, we will become masters of both our worlds and overturn our current minority status on Dana's surface. That is why he seeks to become our next sovereign. Tell me, is there a greater, more noble ambition than that? I think not. It is a pursuit of power for the advancement of all our kind. It is what makes him an exemplary lord, a model above all the others. Though I was unable to accompany him myself, my two sons have been blessed with the honor of joining him on the surface. As their father, it fills me with endless pride. They are probably dead.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people, yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
Yeah, E-tier, I can scratch your back with a knife on Saturday.
This area
Maybe
doesn't
during
look
Among
as
Us?
badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed, the effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Okay, 1 second. Before I read another one, guys, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll miss on purpose. Okay, we're back. Lisa has cute emotes? Wait a minute. That is a cute emote. Aw, Lisa. Okay.
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Canaris. I must ask you to depart at once. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Almadria. Wouldn't that make her a lady? If so, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you listen carefully regardless. Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have ever emerged to compete in the crown contest? Many have theories as to why this may be, but Lord Almadria quashed the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. In fact, not only did she usurp her father and previous family master, she also removed her older brother to claim the seat for herself, parentheses, by turning them into a lake. She is a woman who stops at nothing to get what she wants, who gives her enemies nary the slightest opening to strike. Truly, Lord Almadria is a woman of talent. No one in all Rena better exemplifies the virtues of our nation's meritocracy. Whoops. Evan? Did you get stopped? Did you get stopped by a clipboarder?
Oh no.
Oh. Oh. Nice. Hey, what's up, Morrison? Welcome home, Kevin. Is that true? She's like, okay, well, give me sugar. Soon the age of a glorious woman sovereign reigning over Lenegis shall be upon us at last. Except she's dead, so that's not happening.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right, too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
How loathsome. Oh, I was just reading about Volron. Can I help you? I was always an ardent supporter of Lord Urwajil, Hildris himself. Were it not for the sudden death down on the surface, I likely still would be. In my eyes, Lord Urwajil is the true Water Lord. I don't believe for a second that he perished in some accident like they say. As for how Volron runs Ganath Harrows, don't get me started. I hear he enslaves not only Danans, but even his fellow Renans. He may live in a society where to the victor go the spoils, but his actions go against what we as people stand for. Besides, just what sort of family line is this House Ignisiri of his anyway? I've never heard of it until he came along, which means that they must be among the low dregs of society. That such an ignoble lineage could suddenly produce an astral artist capable of ascending to lordship is unheard of. None of it makes any sense. Not to mention all this upheaval around here of late. What is happening to our people?
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the
Tail
Lord
whip.
of Ganath Harrows changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary, remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
Can't move. Oh, because it's doing this.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
So they really threw in this side quest just so there was a little bit of backstory to the characters we already killed, huh?
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people
Did you
is
see the
also
picture I sent you?
strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Renan.
I'll be honest, it wasn't even
Right.
good
The same
backstory. It
reason
was
Vault
just
has
like...
hated my guts. And
I've been
Annabelle
swayed by
went after
this
you,
person who
because
we
we're
know
threats
is a
to
horrible
Rena.
person's
Guess that
propaganda.
makes you an even
It didn't
bigger
like change
oddball
my
than we
opinion about
thought.
any of them.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything?
They
from
were
your
all like
quest?
horribly evil when we
Yeah.
confronted them.
I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Falstaff and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
Wow, and now
I
she's
know.
going to eat.
What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
That...
Rinwell.
What?
Am I wrong?
Oh yeah, what's up, Tux?
Not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my
Even
best
though
to
they
make
were
sure I
horrible
earn their
monsters,
trust,
they're still
as a
people.
fellow human being above all else.
Okay. Thanks for the free 220 SP. And a ton of gold. Yeah, let me make sure I didn't miss any items real quick. Oh, hey, what's up, Matt? Hi, friends and Tux. The shade. Happy Tuesday. Uh-oh. No, he was just referencing them being completely ridiculous in this game. For like the 30th time. But it's okay. Okay. Oh, cutscene.
There's something I just don't
Man, there's a
get.
lot of
What is
cutscenes.
it?
You weren't kidding.
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right?
You do not
In which
understand.
case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes
Be
sense.
careful engaging E-tier Tux.
So,
She might say that,
who was
don't you
it
dare
then?
touch my Tuxa pizza thing
Hanfried
again.
Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler
In
of
the game's
Rena?
defense, I mean,
Well,
there
that's
is a lot of
yes.
explaining to do, so I
Though
kind of get it.
admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
I like when she
You're
uses
saying
the
that
pizza,
ever
the
since
pineapple
becoming
pizza
sovereign,
emotes with
he's
it, though.
never actually shown
Because I'm pretty
himself
sure
on
you're against
Lenegis?
pineapple pizza.
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest.
Oh, I
meaning
like
each victor
grilled
is awarded
pineapple.
their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
What? E-tier, I
You and me
I
both.
have
Though we are Renin by blood,
hand
neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
what I'm trying to say. I've built a community.
Forbidden Zone will give us some answers.
No use standing around
I
here
built this
chatting
community
about
from the
that.
ground up.
Let's
There
get
is
a
no
move on.
division. Yeah, they'll never get out, that's right.
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though
Who
you
grills
were willing
pineapples?
to
You
kill
grill
Tarnvin
pineapple
to
like if
secure
you were
your
putting it like
position
on a
as
like
leader.
Love them. Everybody loves them.
on a. I was literally gonna say a Hawaiian
I'm here to
burger,
take
which she
care of
attempted
something.
to make.
If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
finished.
definitely not anti-warm
Oh,
pineapple.
of course. You
But I
obviously
understand.
prefer to take the coward's
I
way out.
I do
Even
understand.
after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
This is the lady that the other guy
If
mentioned.
killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Bitch. Push her.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else.
He literally said you can kill him.
You're just a coward!
Whatever. You know what? You're like an all caps email. All caps email, Chan. Oh. We've been looking for you. Your name is Mrs. Tyr, right?
Who?
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
I had no idea who that was. She does
it
that to
true?
everyone.
What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no
Well,
intention of expiring
we
before
might get to
I do so.
find out if she's gonna try to
There are
kill you
far too many
sooner rather
questions
than
I still
later, if
seek
I'm being
answers to.
honest.
Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Oh, well, if it's as much reason as Kisara, then that's no reason at all. Hold on, I think... Don't rush me, game, okay? I need to see if we missed items. Yeah, it's piggies. There's a pig and a cow, I think, because he's a farmer. I actually didn't really like his regular outfit, so now he's wearing a dunce outfit. Now, Etir, behave yourself, or I'm gonna take us to the farm. Hey, Dammy, how's it going? Another orange gel that I don't need. Ah. I like the music on Lenegus. Hey, this area looks... Oh, just kidding. I was gonna say, this area looks intact, but then there's fire.
I can't wait to start making our meal.
Ooh, we having something new to eat?
Yep, now that we have all the ingredients.
beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my
Tarnigan.
dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect.
This is just like Phil at
and a
that gay
society
wedding.
where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from
And
society's
I'm just imagining these people
constraints
walking around in
and
public
choosing
like
your
this
friends
is
based
just...
solely on affection is
Oh my
something beautiful
goodness.
that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence.
Oh,
in
they
Valencia.
were on. They were playing violins
Your
in
praise
in like a
does me
city
too great an
square.
I was merely
It was
following
very
the wishes
majestic
of my own
looking.
heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that,
Well, it could have been exactly
Tarnigan and
like
I
you,
became
Phil,
fierce
if you'd put on
competitors for
a
the position
damn
of Lord.
sun hat and some sunglasses
Tarnigan had fallen
and
for
get some
Faria.
armor.
By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Okay, fine. We need to
Tarnigan
find you
was
some
no
nice
match for me in combat.
cat ears.
On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved.
Yeah, what if we
Iron
find you a
Friend's
weird,
hand, no
like,
less.
Ranolf
She would have
headband
been
thing?
devastated.
So instead you let her go
Was
on
there a problem,
hating
Kate?
you. So she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
Close to scaling
That's
it,
not
right?
the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
You think Phil's a scaly? Nah, he likes
If you
Ranolf.
hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering
Maybe
under
he just
Renan
likes Ranolf
oppression
because
like
he's blue,
before.
like a dragon.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today.
Otherwise, I would have become a
So-
lake.
Try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always.
Ugh.
I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Unthinkable. Thank God I'm not a Californian.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
Well, that's why everybody in the party is paired
I
up.
didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion.
Got one?
I promise he does.
You got one.
I hope you're right.
Well, luckily those receipts have no ties to me. And they're just what I like to call e-slander.
Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but
Sure. Let's cook before resting.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Now, E-tier.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
This is somehow better than what we're using? What the... Oh, this is very expensive. Oh! So it's okay to sell all of our old armor, huh? I made a plane reservation under my title of doctor, going to visit a friend in the Maritimes later this summer. Oh, excellent. Yeah, good luck with delivering the baby. I was just thinking that. Oh, this is a gold mine that we were sitting on. All this old armor that we don't wear anymore? Oh shit, she has a new... Okay, well. Note to self. Go and equip Rinwell. Okay, well that got us a lot of money. Okay, so we can do that. Doctor! Remember guys, we're playing Trauma Center this Friday. And also, Kevin, if it's too stressful, we can turn it down. You can turn it down to normal if you want. It's acceptable. Doctor! The game encourages you to commit malpractice. Well...
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Just make sure that your Joy-Cons are steady when you're operating, Phil. And there should be no problem. Also, hi, Kuroi. So wait, we had a new code for her. Delightful. Your city already has set up rainbow flags yesterday. Love to see it. Oh, nice. For Pride Month. Yeah, you're ready for the weird virus. Did we fully explore this? interested to see how they do the suturing and speedruns. I mean, Kevin's had some pretty sus sutures, so I think I have an idea. Oh. Oh, Kevin. I was just showing them. Oh no, Fiddle's tapping you. Yeah, tomorrow's Pokemon news. We're gonna Discord stream at 6 a.m. So you're gonna get to hear us very sleepy.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Well, we're actually waking up at 5:55, Kev.
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Why are we fighting them?
So much for them not wanting to fight. Oh,
I am Lord Dohalim of Elden
They're like, you know what? You have not had gameplay in a long time, so just fight some things, I guess.
Brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one. It's almost too strong.
split it open.
Be my guest. Vacuum blade.
I mean, how long have we been playing this today? 2 hours, and there's been no battles. Oh, I got interrupted. What is this?
Coming through.
Pokemon stream being at the start of Pride Month means that the new Pokemon officially belongs to the game. Yeah, I agree.
Astral Arts.
My watch.
Shut him down. Swallow blade. It's on.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
I'll heal you all!
Double demon bang.
Ow.
Eat this.
Sorry for troubling.
Coming through.
Did she do it? I didn't notice.
Scarlet.
Too much chaos.
Totally. In an instant. Impact block. Here I come. Swallow blade. Blow them away.
Those soldiers seem
Violet and
different
Scarlet
from the
do feel
citizens
kind of
we've
like
come
fruity
across
names,
so far.
kinda.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied zugles during experiments.
I'm
here and
actually
there.
not sure
Not
why
much else.
those soldiers
Their
attacked
glazed
us.
over eyes
I guess we're
reminded me
heading
of
into the
soldiers and
Forbidden
slaves we met
Zone.
back in Ganath Harros.
But there was
The
no,
ones
like,
in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never
They
seen
didn't
anything
talk about
like
it.
that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron.
the enemies are
We're starting
level
to develop
44
quite the
here,
growing
so
list
that
of
means my characters are
adversaries.
gonna level up kind of fast.
At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
What is that? Did they really? Oops. I mean, you can imply they're going to the Forbidden Zone, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing.
I never miss!
Never miss!
No further! Slack! It's all mine!
No dawn shall break this night.
Burn it out!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Into the shadows!
Double demon fang!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
like that. Oh, what happened to all of them? Oh my.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Oh yeah, they're leveling super quick. Oh, it's a mantis.
In a bind?
They're like, ah, we heard you beat up the boss mantis. Now you can fight it as a random encounter. There you go. Oh my, it's very tanky. Could you healing circle, please? I'll be over here double demon fanging. Oh yeah. That's like the Final Fantasy X-2 special. This thing is green. Why isn't my fire attacks being super effective? I see Cyclone and I always think it's the enemy for some reason. Oh, I forgot it does that. Oh god.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! This one's all mine!
I called the wrong one. No one to blame but myself. Oh wow, and then it did that again. Like this. Oh, I couldn't mid-air dodge again.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all.
Double demon
No
fang!
further!
Tempest, I'm ready.
Now you see what I can do! Thank you. Everlasting justice!
That'll bring you down.
Negative death!
Confiscated. In here.
Heal my weary
Illuminate the dark.
Oh man, that was kind of a lot of CP for one fight.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Yeah, that's what happened in the VS.
Right, here goes!
Can't get out of this!
Especially, like, the really crazy bosses even became random encounters. I'm like, wow. I still dodge those, even when we were at the very end of our journey with that game.
grateful.
No further!
I thought everybody's favorite encounter was the giant Tonberry that just wanted to kill me.
A comfortable win.
I swear there is a noise that they use in this game that is literally taken from Trails of Cold Steel. Shortcake recipe. Yeah, well, it brought despair, so...
I'll smash you! Is it too late to talk over our differences?
Oh yeah!
Not in your dreams. Not in your dreams. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Bring you down.
You picked the wrong fight.
Water. Heal my toe.
Wow, we built up that boost gauge so fast. Oh, and it killed the dog enemy too.
Am I improving?
Tremendously.
Well.
The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely. Those soldiers don't seem to
How's
have any
work,
qualms
Evan?
about attacking on.
Coming through.
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
In a bind. Severing wind. Searing gale. They smite with lightning blade. Now you see what I can do. Polar blade. Severing wind. Searing gale.
Ooh.
I have no limits. Our arts are being interrupted.
I'm only getting started.
On your devastation. I'll burn it all.
This new? What the hell?
Flaming pillar. Fire.
What the? Why'd he do that one?
Severing wind.
Bring you down.
In a bind. Burn it hell.
I think a lot of games reuse a lot of the same stock. See that? Oh, everybody has a tier 2. Ah. Yeah, boost break. Let's go, Kisara.
Coming through.
So, what are the conditions to do it?
Scarlet Inferno.
Oh, I was wondering what the reward for camping scenes would be. Ah, these moves have invul.
This one's mine. Don't leave me. I'll bring you back from Illuminate the dark.
Oh, you have to have a high combo count. Okay, gotcha. I'll definitely do that from now on.
Take this. Shattering the pieces.
Let's go ahead and use...
Radiant light. Regeneration. Regenerate. Wind. Devastation.
Benediction light.
Oh, did I have Kisara's boost? I probably had Kisara's boost when I did the, when he did the rushing. I could have stopped him, but...
Don't push yourself too hard.
Oh, well... Probably items over on this side. What's... As long as there's no more of the mantises. Ugh.
Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Leave the agile ones to me.
I never miss! Not in your dreams!
Take this!
Without a flight! Celestial Hammer!
Swallow blade! Eagle ray!
Explosion! Hammer! Burning
Starlight spear! Mirage! Slash!
Lunar corruption! Illuminate the dark! By the power of one! Holy
Take
this!
Oof.
I can carve through armor! Time to let it rip! Swallow blade! Slash! Coming through!
Oh shoot, it uncomboed.
Now!
I should just do my air combo into Mystic Heart if I want to guaranteed get the more powerful one.
Not today! Severing wing! And more of this and I'll burn out.
This is actually kind of a hard group.
Do it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
Shine! Radiant light! Swallow blade! In a bind! Severing wing! Devastation!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang! Radiant light! Rising force at regeneration! Wind! Mirage! Dazzle! Swallow blade!
Burning strike!
My concentration
Okay,
is
Runewell,
dwindling.
that's enough.
Perhaps I'm tired.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's go ahead and use maybe 2 more orange shells. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Tough Encounter was super worth it. There was so much loot in that room.
Out of our
It's
way!
gonna be annoying.
Not on my watch! I never miss!
You're mine! I won't show you any mercy! Severing wing! Take this! Rising phoenix! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Jeez.
Double demon fight! Try harder! Fire support!
You'll soon see about that! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Radiant
light! Force of regeneration!
How dare you hit Xion?
Here goes! Confiscated! Here's a helios! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Will this help?
Double demon fight! In a bind? Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Crescent slash! I owe you one! Onward and upward.
We're getting increased experience for every fight, too.
Gotta break through! I see one! I'll smash you!
How long are we gonna keep this up for?
Eat dirt!
Holy glimmer! Between heaven and earth. I never miss!
Try harder! Win!
Laser spear! Pierce ether!
there it is. Oh no, he still did Scarlet Inferno. Not Disco Inferno. Hey, Spectro. Yeah, we have Farmer Dohalim in the party. Jeez. As you can see, things have gotten very complicated. Now we're on Lenegis. Ah, the interruption. Yeah! Oh, you bitch.
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Benediction light. Double demon bang! Double demon bang!
Water wins a
Not today!
Oh, there's still another one?
Severing wind!
Yeah, definitely space opera. Absolutely.
With this, I can
Our airship is super lame, though. I'm not gonna lie.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
That would explain why
But
we
it's
had to
just a
fight like
wall.
an entire
How
army
do
to
we
get
get
here.
through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Alphen, use your sovereign powers. Yeah. The scene about their sisterhood was especially powerful because of that.
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
May the light
Tomorrow,
free you from despair.
ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a
That's
Renan,
not the
at
same
least you
VA
got to
as Shion,
decide.
is it?
Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over,
No.
I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
No.
Maybe they're not like me.
That.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
Oh, good. Let's skit about it.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
Not exactly.
Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very
Well, he also
well,
had no memories,
but
so
what
that
did we just witness exactly? It was
helped.
too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork
Yeah,
too?
exactly, Dots.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, but where were the
Yeah,
ears?
there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those.
Probably.
Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
Yeah, definitely.
I can't just pretend like the past never happened.
The two most defining traits of Shion are missing.
What that ceremony really was. It might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
So, okay. This is not a fast travel point. We just have to keep... Cool. Well, before we do that, give me a quick second, guys. Oh, I see a healing spot. That's good. I'm just gonna take a quick break to stretch. And then I'll be back in like a couple minutes. So I'll play some music and yada yada yada. Okay, we're back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Alright, onward. So we'll probably do about another hour and 15 minutes or so of this game, and then we'll play some Chrono Cross. I feel like we've made serious progress in this game the last couple of streams. Like, yesterday we played for a long time. I should save in case if this gets out of hand. There's probably a boss fight here if I... It's always these wide open rooms.
Wow! It's so much fun!
KOF sans Athena. No. Athena's here to stay. Uh-oh. Oh god.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Mind hacking.
You're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
How do you know? Oh, why does she have a Master Core? Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
Stay sharp, people!
What? I've never known Faria.
Tormented limbs.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a Master Core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Dougal, then we get some answers.
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Alright, so once again, Alphen's boost attack is what it's weak to. They really like to take it that way, huh? I kind of would have thought Dobling's would be too, but... Wow, we have so much max CP compared to a long time ago. Oh, I probably should have saved that in case if he casts. Ooh, okay. You like that girl's personality more when she doesn't talk and she's just being controlled. Kind of same, though. She was really mean. So many crazy spells happening on the screen. It's a little hard to tell what's going on. Ah. How about the ones on the ground? Where are you going? Okay, get him. Quarter break. Ooh, it's still attacking, even though we core broke it. Well, we somehow already got it down to, we already got it down to half HP.
No further. Swallow blade. You're mine. Be still.
Oh, it's weak to lightning attacks. Uh-oh, look out. Oh.
In a bind? Take this! I'll smash you! Breath of life. Ignite my weary companion.
Wow. Something just healed me for 4,000. Uh-oh, Dohalim went down. There you go, buddy. Oh, Dohalim died again. Okay, so she's reviving him. Let's heal ourselves.
Keep charging us! That's what my shield's for. Get behind me. I'll leave it to you.
Do you not?
I won't give up. Can't get out of sight.
Yana's dead?
Right. Still anyone's
Okay, that's not good.
Try harder. From beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with love. Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Now it's my turn. Wind! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Yeah, look out, look out.
Stay away from my friend! Double demon fang! Ready to go!
I'll bring you back from death to bit.
I owe you one. Sorry. You picked the wrong fight.
Knock it down.
No further.
Ow.
Breath of life. Heal my weary companion. Wind.
Illuminate the dark by the power
Use too much. Coming through.
Okay, it's probably very close to being dead.
Scarlet Inferno.
And that was 21,000. Oh my.
not in your dreams.
My weary companion.
Not in your drive.
Don't leave me. Obtain between heaven and earth. Freeze Lancer. I'll heal you all. Rain down and
Severing wind.
it's weakened.
It's ends now. Take this. Severing wind.
Piercing lightning orb.
Swallow blade. Is this it?
Now. Astral energy.
Woo! Alright. That took us a couple life bottles, but that's alright. No CP items, so life bottles are nice and cheap to replace at this point.
Now it's just her.
Take her out.
Faria, can you hear me? Faria.
She's preparing another summoning.
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Now hit her. Oh good. You did. Apparently you can destroy master cores by shooting them with a gun.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her.
Yes, I killed
meant
her.
You.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
you? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. What you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one
So
to stand
sneaky,
out.
apparently.
Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother.
They threw in that line about hanging back, and I'm like,
As
was
for
that?
Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown
I'm just gonna
contest,
ignore it.
he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies,
Oh,
we
hey,
can make a
Keikazusa.
difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference.
We are hydrated.
Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
I ran into Masoma and Blaze Blue online last night. There was actually a lot of people playing.
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday.
And the sunglasses. You can't
And
forget
not
the
only that,
sunglasses.
You need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Yeah?
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting
Some good old sweaty Blaze Blue.
Well.
Oh, hey, Zephyr. Yeah.
Oh, shucks.
You're here at the perfect time. They
Do you
were just
think
talking
Faria
about
was
friendship
really being controlled by
and
someone?
remembrance.
Certainly.
I'm
seemed
sure
that
you
way.
remember this part of the game.
Question
I'm pretty
is,
close
who?
to the end,
The
right?
Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment
We should
she
play again.
holds
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
me
we'll
are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
So I guess the final boss is
There's
probably
no
going to be the
question.
Red Lady, huh?
That attack was meant for us alone.
Or whoever
Someone
the
capable of
the
getting
sovereign
inside a
person
and
is.
manipulating them like a weapon.
I don't know.
We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Aw, no more skits. Are you feeling better today, Zephyr? Seven CP left. Can I please have a fast travel point, please?
What
Still
is
shitty?
it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Up, time for another flashback. Which is weird. This is like a cutscene, but not. Because it's not anime. But it's still a cutscene.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Thorns! I...
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
Bum bum
The visions of
bum.
the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe.
My thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
At least she
Let's
didn't
keep
call you
moving.
children this time.
If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally.
Bye.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He
Yeah,
might
Law,
be
get it
closer to the
together.
mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become
That's kind of what's
indelibly
happening, though,
etched
isn't
in
it?
the ether of a
It's the
place?
memories of a dead person.
And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
So why don't you
think
take a
that's
step
what it
back,
was? Some
Kisara?
kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Oh, good. This over-the-shoulder camera angle that we had when we started the game.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past, I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I just need a little time first.
Well, if that's a warning that there's gonna be, like... a big fight or something... and maybe I need to restore my CP first. And my HP, as I'm at 1. Would have liked to cook something else too.
Soon, I have to be ready to face it. I'm determined to save Shion and Dad.
All right, here we go.
Nothing I learn can change that.
Now, I will be upset if there was that whole spiel and I got baited into using items that I didn't have to use.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure.
Well, the thing is, I saved before I used them. If it showed me, like, that we could have fast traveled or there was a healing spot past here, I would have legitimately reset. Because I used a gold gel. That's, like,
A laboratory
a really
secreted
high
away in the
value item.
Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised?
If it was
at
an
this
item in
point?
Dislight, it would say it's
Looks pretty
3,000% value.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
For the people of Lenegus, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How do they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place.
I'm glad that that line
one
was
with
read because I would have said
authority.
breakfastable.
Grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
Okay, are there items in here? Give me some items. It don't look like it.
I think I can make this work.
Well?
Oh,
can
good
you
evening,
make heads out
Carberjack.
of it?
These are experiment records by the looks
How
of
we
it.
doing?
Reams of them, dating back
I
hundreds of
know. He looks so
Let's
much
see.
better as a farmer, doesn't he?
A composite being capable of controlling Danon astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup.
We are
The
getting
creation of a government
crazily
central
Tales
figure,
plot dumps tonight.
taking the form of a
There,
Danon,
wait, I mean, we've been streaming for 3 hours,
codenamed
and
Sovereign.
I want to say a solid 2 hours of it has been
Sovereign.
cutscenes.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords,
Oh,
too.
it's a good thing that you guys befriended Dohalim, because
About the
if you
Lords.
didn't,
Why
you'd
would
have
we be in there?
absolutely no idea how to save Shion.
Think about it.
I'm convinced.
The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of
He has
both
all the
Sovereign
background
and the
knowledge.
Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait,
What is it? Did you find something?
it's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They've re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105.
Oh, so there was
Ethnicity, NA.
thousands of names.
Unique
Got it.
adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
Volron was the freaky hooded assassin guy, right?
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
It's Sephiroth,
On
yeah.
victory, the sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest.
It's a scam!
It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
The lady in red.
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately.
Well, it keeps scrolling. Maybe you just have to
I've
wait till
barely
it's
managed
done.
to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So this is where Alphen became the
Lord.
sovereign.
Why does every cutscene have to be
Only
followed up
2
with a skit?
sovereigns in over
Just
300
talked about
years.
this.
So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time?
It's the Tails way.
If that's the
We
case,
must accept
why
it.
keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine.
Law.
I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew
Oh,
what
I thought we were
was
playing the
already,
name game.
so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it. Just to have
Well, I
someone
mean,
to
I'll
blame.
give the game a little credit. It is interesting that the crown contest is
And we'd
staged.
help you fight it, before you ever got that far.
That's intriguing. Like, I
Wouldn't
want to
we,
know
everyone?
what the big
Yeah,
picture thing
We wouldn't
is.
just sit by and
Hopefully
watch
they
it
don't
spiral out of
blow it.
control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
At least at this point in the game, I'm like... So there's a bunch of like optional lore that you can check out on these little tablets. That's a weird. Weird, weird, weird. Somehow, Boron managed to brainwash his entire community of people without doing anything. Ooh, 3 life bottles. That puts back what I used to on the boss fight, I think. Grape gel. Oh, another flashback.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
However, you won't be able to see anything because of the mask.
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill.
Hey!
I'm sorry for what you've endured.
Nice, Mars.
Lena never should have
Congrats.
dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
My one summon for the day was not her.
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori.
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it.
She's like, wow, I might have really fucked him over.
I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her,
I'm scared he's
she
here.
chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Oh, God.
If it weren't for her, I wouldn't.
Why would anyone make a video like this?
I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan
Oh my
people
God,
she
that is
fought
so messed up.
desperately to
I'm not
protect her
watching
at
that.
risk from a malevolent
Kevin will
force,
probably watch it, though.
then I owe it to her to carry on her fight.
Whatever you do, Kevin.
Naori was the one who put that mask on me.
Whatever you do, Kevin,
Made me
don't
Iron
watch the
Mask.
video in Pokemon.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart.
Yeah.
She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Yeah, that's right. We all read the title of that video and we are not.
Hi!
Who there? Hey, Chippy. Heavy treats.
Oh, man.
Excellent. Replenishing that other item that we squandered in that other situation. For no reason. What the?
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories. Of course.
Right. Love the vines and thorns motif going on.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where
Furry
you and
convention?
Naori-
They're not all furries, but some of them
The
for
Renis
sure.
Alma isn't here now.
Definitely
Always the red
Shion
woman,
and
it
Alphen.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on
For
the
some
past
people,
later.
it's just summer
For
vacay, as
now,
you can
we need
see.
to keep moving. Come on.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly
It's
to
a
us.
recording or something.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself?
So why did he kill
But
a bunch
then,
of people?
Everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the
I like her
ceremony was
feathery
doomed.
little shoulder
Alphen lashed
pad
out,
thing.
his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen the Sovereign was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well.
Dun dun dun! So that's why Shion has it, because she's
Forgive
descended
me.
from this girl.
I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
Nobody knows Kisara.
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
Oh, I like the look, though.
So you're saying this is the
Outfit
Maiden's
change.
outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense.
Disagree.
After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
Didn't she say if we do that, bad things are gonna happen?
You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
I'm not really following, to be completely honest.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all
Now's
this
not the time
way.
for games,
Now we just need
Kisara.
to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
Well, except for that time I...
How do you know it's me they're following?
Never mind.
We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop.
Good lord.
Thank you, Naori.
The amount of cheese.
So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
Is the reason for your curse.
the thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack.
She
Embracing
dreams
everyone.
of hitting
All
Law.
the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself
Oh,
and
God.
finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah,
Not the tail.
You're right.
Emerging through the, like, back
such a
cape.
strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Ta-da! Max AG increase. Awesome. Oh. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we'll save up for some of those. Increased mid-air damage. That's like most of my combos. Oh, good. We got 30 penetration for that. You're there, Armin? Saving for art casting mobility. Maybe I should buy all these dragon damage up things in case if the final boss is a dragon. Alright, cool. There's another goddamn skit. Cool. Yeah, I'll keep them in these. I feel like she's almost... I like the new hairstyle. We'll keep it as this for now. Oh, this menu changed too. Neat.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
So she was marked this whole time. Alright. So we did say we were gonna go about 3.5 hours. We are at the 3 hours, 34-minute mark. I think this is a good time to transition into Chrono Cross. That was so much dialogue. But we got it out of the way. We got fancy new outfits. My goodness. So, I'm gonna queue up Chrono Cross. I think I'm gonna refill my water and maybe grab a tiny snack to munch on. And we should be back in like 5 minutes, so I'll see you guys there.